him last night like you knew nothing about me. And as you ordered up another round, still acting single, I do believe. But he's got green eyes and good hair, silver tongue, and I do declare you get exactly what you deserve. He's exactly what you deserve. I don't want you around no more. Don't come a knocking at my door. Too late to change it now. It's just a heartbreak, 'cause we're falling now. I'm tired of holding on. Words you yell so filled with doubt, but it's too late to change it now. I'm tired of holding on. Now here you come walking back down the street, strung out
On
your
K95.5, we got in the studio this evening Scott Shelby. How's it going, buddy?
Good, good. Just glad to be here. I'm glad to be out of the rain right now.
Yeah. It's a little damp as we're recording. It sure is. Man, you grew up not far from here.
Grew up just down the road, just back west of here, down 82 in Bells, Texas.
A thriving metropolis of Bells, Texas. Yeah, but you're in Oklahoma, or at Stillwater, Oklahoma State, trying to get educated.
Trying to finish up my education.
And then become a musician on top of that. You know, it's a trend, I think. So many musicians we have now are college educated. I think it's really, really cool that there's so many that are. And I mean, we get a lot from Stillwater, get a lot from Austin, get a lot from Texas Tech. I know your degree may not be in music, but is going to school and learning, how has that helped you as a starting musician in this business?
Well, it's basically what I've got out of my whole philosophy behind music, and I've heard everyone say it, is this isn't something that you can do forever. I mean, you can do it forever, but it's not something that you can rely on doing forever. So
right.
I knew I wanted to go to college right off the bat. But there is where I met some of my greatest musical influences, and you're just influenced by so many different people and so many different genres and styles and tastes as far as music goes, and the people that you get to set in and play with. It just kind of really shows you a little bit more of what you have to offer based on, compared if you were just, never exposed to those kind of things. Maybe there'd be something about you that you never would find out if you didn't go out there. But just the college thing is something kind of to fall back on. I went to school for animal science. I went to veterinary school at Texas A&M for 2 years, and then deferred actually to start playing music full time. But through all that, I met just a lot of people that have either ended up owning bars, ended up booking for bars, or booking for bigger people, or being management type people, and just the connections and networks and being a part of those universities also gives you, something else to kind of, it's not really riding for the brand, but those schools certainly don't mind putting their brand on you if you're out there doing something that you love and you're being successful at it. It's definitely good to have that backing. Well,
yeah, and I think that, like you say, the people that you meet, I mean, golly, the Texas Tech scene, and I'm not knocking Oklahoma State or anywhere else, but man, there's so many artists right now that seem like they come out of Tech. Josh Abbott, Road Morrow, the Hog Mollies, and there's several more that you get to know these guys and get to find out where they go to school at, and it's pretty amazing the number of musicians that the different colleges have put out. I mean, I think it's really, really neat, and it's like you say, I think it's because you get to meet other musicians, you get to kind of showcase your talents, and there's always probably someone there that can help mentor you and help show you the ropes and get started and things like that. So I think it's pretty neat what the college scene is doing right now for the Texas scene.
Definitely. And the college scene, in most towns that you go to, the music scene as far as Texas country and red dirt revolves around college towns.
Absolutely.
And whenever you live in those towns, there's musicians your age, musicians they're way older than you or way younger, going to the high schools in that town. There's just a lot of musicians in those college towns. There's a lot of people there, and it's easier to collaborate, I guess, whenever you're living in those type of towns versus living, in the middle of nowhere, out on an island, kind of, and have to kind of scrap together some musicians and hope that you can all meet up and everything.
Yeah, that you're right. As far as I know, you're doing some acoustic stuff, but being able to put a band together, has it been easier knowing musicians who are right there surrounding you?
It has. I guess whenever I was living in College Station, as far as just the initial thought process of I want to get a band together, it's time to take it to the next step. It was nice to know some people there and kind of start out and cut teeth with those guys, and then as you go, every show you meet somebody new, and there's always a connection, friend of a friend type stuff. But I was lucky enough down there to end up with really good set of musicians that lived within 20 miles of me in College Station. In Stillwater, I guess it's been a little different. I've been on tour or going out and playing shows almost every weekend since I've lived there, so I haven't really had a chance to settle in with the locals all that much. My guys, my bass player and drummer live about an hour south of Stillwater, but it's nice. They have a place that we don't get disturbed too much, and we can be pretty loud.
Right. But you got a new single out called Burn.
Yes, sir.
Let's play it for the listeners. How about that?
Awesome.
All right. This is Burn. Scott Shelby. I'm Shane Oats. This is Texas Talk, K95.5.
I struck the match, put the flame to what's left of our love.
I think that Lisa D's. I think that is a golly, I can't think the name of it, but a little drum kit.
Cajon.
Yeah, cajon. There you go. Well, I knew we'd get her here in a minute. But yeah, you're the second, my second victim here of. This is almost live like we do at the casino, except with slot machines and food.
Exactly.
So, sorry, I don't have food or slot machines, either one for you, but we do thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. And
I appreciate y'all taking the time.
Kind of close. You said you still have some relatives and all. So, start out wanting to be a vet, and what decided to say, well, instead of doing that, I want to be a singer.
Well, going into, I graduated A&M in 2008 with an biomedical science degree, and I hadn't decided I wanted to go to vet school yet, so there was still a set of prerequisites of about 20 or 22 or 23 course hours that I had to make up before I could apply to vet school. During that period, I put the band together and we started booking gigs and playing 3 or 4 nights a week, and I really enjoyed that. And then kind of got into vet school. I got accepted and then started. And I remember the first month of vet school, I still had some shows going. It was just so tough to kind of separate the two. So the band kind of fell apart. I just didn't have time. I couldn't devote attention that way. And for about a year there, it was just really, there wasn't a whole lot of time I could put towards anything except studying or being in class or being in whatever activity. And just kind of took music out of my life, and I think that in combination with maybe different expectations whenever I started vet school, just kind of all led to just not being very happy. So, I decided to take a step back and defer for a semester and see, what else. Do I really want to be a veterinarian? Do I want to finish these 2 years and another $60,000?
Yeah.
And then I fell in with a guy named Matt Lochner, and he kind of liked my music and had a little bit of, financial support for me, and we went and recorded the CD Young and Invincible in Nashville at the Tracking Room with Buddy Hyatt, and that day kind of just being, this felt right what I was doing with my life at that point, and I didn't ever decide to go back to vet school. I have 5 years to decide if I want to go back, but I'm not going to count on that at all, because I've been playing music full-time for about a little over a year now, and I just really enjoy it, regardless of you know, whether there's a lot of people with me, if I'm by myself on the road driving across country, or a full band, it's just a really rewarding experience for me, something I enjoy doing. Don't really care to get rich at necessarily, but if I could feed myself and my family with it for the next 2 years, that would be, I think, just about the best picture that I could paint as far as expectations right now.
Well, and I think they fall in line with all the other artists that I interview. You know, they give up something to do this, and you know, they don't want to get rich necessarily. They know that coming out, that the chances of you know, being able to do this and become a rich person, you know, it doesn't happen overnight. And you know, I think that's the kind of what cuts the good from the bad is, you know, if you don't love it and you're not out there doing it because you love it, then you're not going to survive.
It's not going to sustain very long. And that's the only thing that keeps you out there some nights whenever, I mean, there's all sorts of things that go wrong whenever you're pursuing music as a career full-time and by yourself a lot. There's a lot of things that can get you down, but you're out there doing, you know, what it feels right, what you're supposed to be doing every night, and getting rich doesn't matter as long as money's not an issue, as long as you got enough money to put gas in your car to make it to the next show.
As long as you can make it to the next show, then it'll all work around itself usually. But you know, that's the consensus of the artists that I interview. That's what I hear from them is, hey, you know, if I'm not starving to death, if I'm paying the bills that I have, you know, I can pay my band, then, you know, sooner or later a break can happen, and it will. I mean, I think that if you got the talent and you know, if you succeeded at all to where you have someone, like you say, you have someone fortunate enough to kind of give you a little, you know, a little sponsorship kind of deal. You know, if you love something and you make it fun, then, you know, the other stuff will come.
I would agree. And it's not all about going, if you don't put the effort that it takes to start out kind of in the solo artist music scene, the hours that you have to put into researching and just finding the places and finding out how to go about being a part of the music business is, I mean, it's just extenuating, and but it's just necessary for you to put in that work, and then eventually, hopefully, somebody notices you and says, hey, let's help this kid out a little bit, or whatever the case may be.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, you got your guitar here.
Yes, sir.
You want to play something for us?
Definitely. The guys in here before kind of got me in a little rock mood a little bit.
Yeah, those guys were jamming.
Here's the title track off my debut album in Nashville. It's called Young and Invincible. Wrote this song in junior college, which would have been about 9 years ago. Hard to believe.
Skipping class and living life too fast. Never want this to end. Skinny dipping a few miles out of town with some cheap beer and a few of your friends. If our place bad tries our clothes just before the break of dawn, and we just got 2 hours to sleep before a meal man rolls along. Take a seat in the signs in a blaze of glory show. Wait for one hell of a Monday morning story. Cops might tell us that we're on the last one, but as the trooper passes, we hide that beer, let it go. Man, it's nice to be this young and invincible. Smoking doors, forgetting all morals, we're gonna room hopping again. One night stands and late night addictions help me spend my time here at Blend. it's nice to be this young and invincible. Young and invincible. Young and invincible. Memories made and many songs played, living life in a dream. There's some things I'll regret and I'll try to forget, but looking back I wouldn't change a thing. Yes, there was money well wasted and time well spent in this northern we call town. If you wanna see what made a man of me, you better take a look around. Taking singing signs in a blaze of toy show, pay for one hell of a money more story. Cops might tell us that we're on the last one, but as the trooper passed, we hide that beer, play it cool. Man, it's nice to be this young and invincible. Young and invincible. Young and invincible. Young and invincible. Oh, young and invincible. Young and invincible.
Scott Shelby. Good stuff, man. Cool song.
Young and Invincible. It's this Texas Talk discount wheel and tire pick.
That's what made it sound so good, man. I like him, you pigs.
I really like it. It's a kind of thickness I like.
Yeah.
Some people play with some really thick stuff,
They
and I
do.
can't do that.
I had a guy cut a credit card up one time because he left his pick, and I thought, you know, no musician should ever be without a pick.
Definitely.
So I had some made. So here we are going down the road doing free radio tours. Decided we're not going to be a veterinarian.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. You know, I think there's a misconception there with the veterinarians. It's harder to get a veterinarian license than it is to get a doctor's license.
Well, there's only 28 veterinary schools in the United States, and each of those schools only offers about 100 seats a year. So, I mean, there's probably, I don't know, 50 medical schools just in Texas. So
Absolutely.
it is a little bit harder.
Yeah. Plus, the patients can't tell you what's hurting.
Exactly. They're getting close, but they just can't quite tell you.
Yeah, not quite as easy as you know, hey doc, my leg hurts or whatever.
But sometimes I think it's a little better that way
It could be.
because they can't exaggerate things.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point about that. Now, you're gonna have to tell us about Fluffy Cow.
Fluffy Cow. Well, the guy that I was talking about, Matt Lochner, he owns a bull stud. He sells genetics on these show bulls for people to breed their cows to.
Right.
So instead of them having to go out and buy one of those bulls, they can just buy the genetics off of Matt and breed their cows with that. Well, one of these bulls that he bought for a promotional bull, whenever you take their picture, you know, they're kind of like the, I guess, the beauty pageant of cattle shows. You get their hair all fluffy,
Oh, yeah.
and you get them all, you know, perfectly fit to the nines, and you take their picture, and that's what you kind of put in the catalog, and that's what hits media as far as being able to advertise that bull. Well, somehow one of those pictures got found by one of the gossip websites. I don't remember which one it was, and I guess maybe Fluffy Cows was in some cartoon recently. It said Fluffy Cow. I don't know. Anyways,
I got a 5-year-old. I'll check with her.
that would be your best source, honestly. But I guess somebody said found a real live Fluffy Cow or something like that. I think it was on Reddit, and that got quite a bit of attention on that website, enough to get Katie Couric's attention with the Today Show, and she did a write-up over it, and then that kind of, somebody had to take the lead role of, do we want to go somewhere with this?
Yeah.
Well, Matt decided, you know, we'll go with it. So started kind of a Facebook page and a Twitter page, and they were getting a ridiculous amount of likes and follows. I mean, I think they're probably up to close to 100,000 likes and followers now. But what it was now is kind of like the Fluffy Cows is more of like a forum for people to talk about livestock and showing livestock and that kind of their experiences, whether their family grew up doing it or whether they just, you know, the neighbors next door did it and they got to see it. And it's just kind of a place for kids and adults and everyone to kind of connect and talk about their experiences with fluffy cows or show cattle as other people. I think club calf would be the kind of cliche term that they tried to use, but club calf is just another word for show cattle.
That's it. My daughter shows club lambs.
Awesome.
So we're probably not allowed on a fluffy cow.
Oh, you can get on there.
Sometimes the cattle people don't like us lamb people.
They're ruminants. It all works.
It all works out the same, doesn't it?
I always show sheep and cattle together.
Yeah.
Because we can give them the same feed, basically.
You can, except sheep don't eat near as much as a cow unless you have a lot of sheep, like we do. But hey, it's for your kids. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
So fluffy cows. So you're the
coined official
entertainer of fluffy cow. Well, hey man, call Katie. Say, hey, look, I'd like to get on the Today Show. I'm the official entertainer.
I've been tweeting at her. I've been tweeting at Oprah, and they just don't care right now. It just seems like maybe you have to.
Maybe you tell them I'm going to bring a fluffy cow.
That might work.
See?
And that wouldn't be too big of an ordeal to get pulled off.
Then you can do that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. How about play some more music for us?
You want to hear a faster one or slower one or story song or?
You know what? It doesn't matter. You played kind of a fast one, so play us a story song. How about that?
A story song. Got it.
We like good stories.
We're gonna say, feels good to be back in Texas. I'm gonna sing a little bit of Texas.
Heck yeah.
Texas. We're gonna turn this back up. We'd be upset in there. The song's called Hellbound in Hospital. Album. The first time I recorded it, it was actually in a church. Just did an acoustic EP back whenever I was young. Here it goes, Hellbound in Huntsville. Catch a drip or two and then I'm good to go. Baggy in my headband filled with white like snow. Cover my eyes to protect my name. It's no way to deal with my newfound fame. I'm headed through Gonzales, cocaine high, don't you know? It's just one bad habit that I picked up from the road. I watched you kill a man in curfew, laying in town every night. I know it'll make my life shorter. Right now, that's all that's keeping me alive. And before I started traveling, my daddy said, son, keep your life in line. Don't depend on cheap whiskey. Do what your mama taught you is right. Play your songs will keep your wife happy. And don't let this world pass you by. Hellbound in Huntsville, all because of cocaine high. Now I'm 50 miles east of Angelo, and cocaine high again. Last week I tried to quit it, and it nearly cost me all my friends. My family said I'll be learn the hard way, but I haven't talked to them in weeks. They said I should start eating and maybe try to get more sleep, but I'm still 3 hours out of luck, and I got a crowd I can't let down.
lie. You'll be hell-bound in Huntsville, all because of cocaine high. Just off stage in Laredo, ABA's at my bus. They said it's too late now for running, and there ain't no use to cuss. They said, boy, you knew better. Now put your hands behind your back. Sure you headed for a train wreck, go the wrong way down the tracks. My life's fading through the cracks. Before I started traveling, my daddy said, son, keep your life in line. Don't depend on cheap whiskey. You what your mama taught you was right. Play your songs and keep your wife happy. Don't let this world pass you by. Hell-bound in Huntsville, all because of cocaine high. And now I'm hell-bound in Huntsville, all because of cocaine high.
Scott Shelby.
Hell-bound in Huntsville.
Hell-bound in Huntsville. That's good stuff right there, man. Good stuff.
Thank you, thank you.
I think you're the second artist that has sung a song about Huntsville. Dean Seltzer has got a song that he wrote, and it's kind of a true story about a friend of his that it was one of his friends had a brother on death row, and he wrote a song about it. You gotta check it out. It's pretty cool.
I'll have to check that out.
It's good
Seltzer.
stuff. Good stuff. Dean Seltzer and the Rednecks.
And the Rednecks.
I guess what it's called. He's a cool guy. He breathes fire in his shows. Yeah.
That'd be worth going to see by itself. I mean,
yeah. It's. I asked him not to do that.
Art form.
Yeah, I asked him not to do that in the studio, but I'd love to see him. See, he didn't have the stuff. I was gonna get him to do it outside.
You got a parking lot. I got some cameras and stuff.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's a really good song. I really like that song. Sure do. I'll tell you what. We got time. We're gonna let you do one more, but before we get out of here, tell the listeners where they can go to find out more about you and Fluffy Cow. Can't forget Fluffy Cow. But where they can go find out more about you, where you're gonna be, find out all the stuff that I haven't asked you, maybe.
Awesome. Yeah, my main website is scottshelbymusic.com, and that's SCOTT, like the toilet paper, and Shelby, like the Mustang, music.com. And I also have countless videos up on YouTube. It's just Scott Shelby Music is my YouTube page. And then I also have Facebook and Twitter. You can follow my shenanigans from day to day on there. But I guess recently, since in the past 6 weeks, I played a couple shows out in Pennsylvania. I played a couple of shows in Indiana, a couple shows in Iowa, one show in Missouri, and then I play around. I live in Stillwater. I play around there during the week whenever I'm back in, trying to kind of take care of some academic obligations. But upcoming, kind of cleared the schedule just a little bit to allow me the ability to come out and do these radio tours at the beginning of the weeks, and then we're starting to book more of the full band shows coming up. I actually signed with Big Valley Agency, and Gary Welch is doing some booking for us, so if he calls you, please let us come play. I promise we won't disappoint you. I'd love to get down here and play in this area.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you. Well, thanks for coming. I really do appreciate you very much. You gonna go see the family tonight?
I've actually got to be back because I've got to practice with the band on about 5 songs that
Well, we won't tell the
trying to
family.
incorporate.
We won't tell the family
And
you're here.
I've got class tomorrow.
We won't tell the family you're here until you're already gone.
Okay.
That way
I think they know. Probably saw it on Facebook, but
Facebook, social networking.
I know exactly. There's a paper trail everywhere.
Well, I do appreciate you coming. Thank you very much. Continued success. Come back seriously, man. We'd love to have you.
Definitely. Thanks for taking time out to do this, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, I'm Shane Oats. This is Texas Talk. K95.5. Scott, take us home, buddy.
I haven't played this song in a while. It's kind of one of my ballads. It's called Shine Like Diamonds. Roll like a stone down a cliff from way up high. The falling pieces slice the silence like a knife. Self-introspection can eclipse the beauty of the light. Glow from my last cigarette, cast of diamonds glimmer in your eye. Shine like diamonds in your eyes. It always makes me realize together we'll make it through the toughest times. 'Cause love shines like diamonds in your eyes. Just like diamonds. Used and broke without a single dime. And troubled minds can curb the hunger of the night. Some covet gold and silver and things that sparkle in the light. My only treasure shines like a diamond in your eyes. Shine like diamonds in your eyes. It always makes me realize together we'll make it through the darkest times. Love shines like diamonds in your eyes. Just like diamonds in your eyes. It always makes me realize together we'll make it through the darkest times. Love shines like diamonds in your eyes. Together we'll make it through the toughest times. Love shines like diamonds, just like diamonds in your eyes. Shine like diamonds.
Play hard, work
Cool,
hard,
man.
play hard.
Good stuff.
Diamonds all on my brain, nigga. Gold watches, gold chain, nigga. 100,000 champagne, nigga. Yeah, my money insane, nigga. Yeah, I'm making it rain, nigga. But I was just on a plane, nigga. Buying gear, flying here. Fuck what you heard, it's my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get 100 stacks. I'm always rolling up, so I get love for that. Them niggas stole my swag, but I don't want it back. My nigga, I was on this, but now I'm on to that. You see it in my closet, for it's on the rack. Was out there in the white, now